Captain's Log, Stardate 4847.3. The Farragut has been ordered to the Akasa system on a mission that exemplifies the best nature of our Federation. The only inhabited world is an icy moon orbiting the gas giant Solon. The Soloni, an ancient race of scholars and historians, have kept themselves at a distance from galactic politics and alliances for centuries. Now, for the first time, they have invited the Federation to meet with them. This is my first diplomatic mission as commander of the Farragut, and reports indicate the Soloni are friendly. Let's hope the reports are correct.
Full stop, Captain.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. Mr. Akiva, contact the Soloni and let them know that we've arrived.
Aye, sir.
Any update on those strange energy readings?
Yes, sir. They've increased in intensity, but I still can't identify the source.
Could it be some sort of background radiation?
I don't think so. It's too strong. It doesn't appear to be affecting any of our systems.
Keep an eye on it. Any luck?
No, sir. No response to our hails on any standard frequency.
That's odd. They asked us here. Why don't they want to talk to us? Mr. Prescott.
Yes, sir.
What's the manual say about initiating contact with an advanced species on their home world?
Regulation 46B, Section 1. Federation vessels should remain within reasonable communications range and await contact for at least one solar day. I recommend alert status.
One solar day.
Yes, sir.
Alright then, condition yellow. Helm. Maintain relative position. I'll be in my quarters. Let me know if they respond to our hails. RT, you have the bridge.
Welcome to our world, John Thomas Carter and the crew of the USS Farragut. It is time to begin our great work together. The Council of Elders thanks you for responding to our summons. Please feel free to relax your defenses. We will not harm you.
Akiva, where's that coming from?
It's on all channels, Captain, but I didn't put it on speakers. I don't know how we're receiving it. I'm getting a visual signal as well.
On screen.
Do not be alarmed, Captain Carter. The technology that allows us to communicate with you is part of the reason we have asked you here.
You can hear me as well?
Perfectly, Captain. And you will not need to rely on your universal translator. we are fluent in your standard language. I am Alandar, leader of the Council of Elders. Welcome to Solon Prime.
It's carried on one of their scanning waves. They're sending sonic vibrations through the hull of the ship.
Commander Tackett is correct. But if it would put you at ease, we can continue this conversation on your standard communications channel.
It's loud, but it isn't causing any damage, Captain.
No, that won't be necessary. Perhaps we can learn more about your technology this way. You seem to know a great deal about us.
We have been expecting you, although you arrived a bit ahead of schedule.
Variations, as predicted.
On behalf of the United Federation of Planets, I thank you for this invitation. We look forward to establishing a dialogue with you and your people. How would you like us to begin our talks?
Communication and learning are both better served on a personal level. Please join us here in our council chambers and allow us to offer our hospitality. I believe you have the means to transport to our location?
We do. If you can provide us with your coordinates, I can have my team beam down immediately.
Are there communications linked to those readings, Commander?
I'm trying to figure that out now. You getting suspicious?
I'm always suspicious.
When you go down there, take this tricorder. I'll link it to my computer.
My pleasure.
I have the coordinates, Captain.
I look forward to an exchange of ideas between our two cultures. Safe journey, Captain.
All right then. Helm, standard orbit. Mr. Akiva, have Dr. Holly meet us in a transporter room. Mr. Prescott, you're with me.
I recommend we bring a small security team, sir. It's standard procedure.
Since the Solonite invited us here, and they've shown no signs of being hostile, I don't want to offend them. But it would add some formality to the occasion. Have two of your men join us in the landing party. Hand phasers only.
Aye, sir.
RT, you have the con.
Well, I guess this is where history is made. Your first landing party as a crew member. That's right. Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake. A piece of cake? At least we know this is a diplomatic mission. Really?
Hayes and Michaels, sir. Two of my best, and they have level 3 security protocol clearance.
I'm sure they'll do fine, Commander. A little extra equipment there?
I thought it wouldn't hurt to take a few readings on the surface.
Perhaps our mysterious background radiation will look different from down there.
Here you go, Jack. You can never be too careful.
That's true. All right, gentlemen. And Doctor, let's go.
Good luck, Captain.
Energize.
Getting a power surge.
Something's happening. Bridge! I need more power.
Buffers are at 114%. Integrity's holding.
Transporter room. Mike, what's going on?
Just a minute.
Farragut to Captain Carter. Confirm transport. Captain! Come in, please!
I'm not reading him at the beam down coordinates.
Landing party, do you read?
Beta 6.
Carter Farragut, come in. Transporter malfunction. Anyone hurt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Come in, Farragut.
That was a rough ride.
Sir, we should move to cover until we can assess the situation.
Agreed.
Was it a transporter malfunction?
Transporter logs showed everything fine as they entered the pattern buffer. All indicators registered 100% integrity. Then they vanished.
There's nothing wrong with my transporter. I ran a full diagnostic 2 days ago.
Then run it again.
Aye.
Ship sensors recorded a surge in background radiation right at that moment. We've started sweeping Solon Prime for him. Keep at it, Mike.
All right. First order of business. Where are we?
This isn't Solon Prime.
The air is breathable. Obviously. Actually, it's great. No traces of industrial pollution other than a bit of carbon byproducts.
Life forms?
Lots. Mostly four-legged in our general vicinity. Some quite large.
What about an orbit?
No sign of the Farragut. Not even a communications satellite.
Could we be on another planet in the system?
None were anywhere close to transporter range. Besides, the nearest one was a gas giant. No, the sun isn't even right. Too yellow. Did anyone notice something during transport? A red energy field?
Now that you mention it, yes. But, if anything interfered with the transporter field, I feel remarkably well for someone with scrambled molecules.
I feel a little queasy. Almost as if I was seasick.
I've never been seasick. But my ears are ringing. A little.
Everyone checks out okay, Captain.
Alright then. Let's find out where we are. Then we can get out of this cold.
Sir, I'd like to take Hayes and scout the perimeter. I recommend you stay close to the beam down point in case Farragut is looking for us.
I swear that's an oak.
Sir?
Yes, fine. Report back in 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
I don't want us to spread out too much. Set phasers to stun, and put your communicators on silent mode. If the Farragut is trying to locate us, I don't want a signal from the ship to alert anyone or anything to our presence.
Aye, sir.
You were saying something about an oak?
Yeah. Start scanning the vegetation. It looks very familiar.
Hail the Solon Council.
They are hailing us, sir.
I apologize for the interruption, Commander. We are waiting for your captain to arrive. Is everything all right?
No, sir. Our captain and his party have disappeared during transport. An outside force may be involved. You mentioned before the background radiation we detected may have something to do with your new technology. Can you tell us more about it?
Do you believe our technology is the cause of the disappearance?
Our scanners detected a surge of radiation at the exact moment it happened. I can only assume the two are related.
You're certain of this?
I am.
Please stand by, Commander. I will contact you in a moment.
Sir? I sense it too. He knows something.
Bridge?
Go ahead, Mike.
I've got a pretty good sensor record of whatever it was that took them. I'm transmitting it to the science station.
At least we have something to analyze. I've got it.
You might want to try running it against the background radiation and see if the next...
I know my job, Lieutenant Commander. Sorry, Mike. I'm running it now.
Environmental control bridge, all systems show green.
It appears your theory is correct, Mr. Tackett. Apparently, we are the cause of this situation.
I'd appreciate any information you can give us, sir.
As you may have heard, our people have been studying history for quite some time. Our research into our own origins was completed a millennia ago, and we have been concentrating on other cultures as we meet them. A breakthrough in research techniques was recently discovered, and we have found a way to put it into practice.
What kind of breakthrough?
What you are seeing and hearing is the retreat from Long Island during your American Revolution. This is not a recreation, but the actual event as viewed and recorded by our technology. We can witness any moment in history and record and study it.
Incredible.
Our intention was to present this technology to the Federation as a gift for historical research. That is why we invited you here.
And the disappearance of our people?
It seems that our technology has had an unforeseen interaction with your transportation device. Our lead scientist believes he may be able to assist.
If I could examine your transporter device firsthand, I should be able to determine what happened.
Thank you for your offer. I'd like to discuss this with my chief engineer.
By all means, Commander. Please contact us on this frequency at your convenience.
Mike, did you get that?
Yeah, I'm on my way up.
So? This is getting interesting. Prescott to Carter.
Carter here.
I'm picking up a large group of humanoids about a kilometer north of our position. Looks like some small buildings as well.
How many humanoids?
Several hundred at least, sir. The way they're clustered.
Commander, you better come see this.
What is it, Commander?
I don't believe it. We're heading back to you, Captain. I think I know where we are. Prescott out.
This is incredible, Captain. You were right about the oak tree. I've even found pine, maple, hickory, even some poison ivy. It would be an amazing coincidence if these evolved independently on a different planet.
What about Hodgkin's law and a theory of parallel planet development? Do you think it applies?
Only to cultural development, as far as I know. I'm hoping it's not the other possibility.
Ship's log, Stardate 4847.4. First Officer Tackett reporting. Captain Carter and the landing party have been missing for over 1 hour. Extensive scans of the planet's surface have come up empty. The Soloni Council has offered an explanation, as well as their assistance. The Soloni have new technology that can record images and sounds from the past, and apparently is not limited by distance. I'm not sure I trust them, but without their help it could take precious time to find our shipmates.
You see that power spike right when the pattern buffer confirms integrity? That's exactly when that red stuff grabbed them.
So they could be okay.
Well, their patterns could be okay, but what if they materialized over an ocean? Or in an iceberg?
Is there any more data on the power spike itself?
Only on the damage it did to the transporter. It wasn't much. Almost passive. We've repaired everything I could identify. But you might want to warn the Soloni. That is, if you're actually planning to allow them on board.
What do you mean?
Transporter technology is one of the fringe benefits of membership in the Federation. It wouldn't surprise me if the Soloni were trying to use this situation to get it without becoming members.
What if we limit their access? Don't allow them to see too much.
We could try. They don't exactly appear to be lacking in the science department.
All right. Mr. Akiva, hail the solenoid.
Aye, sir.
You better get back to the transporter room. I want security there as well.
Good idea.
On screen, sir.
Have you come to a decision, Commander Tackett?
We'd be happy to accept your help, sir. But you should be aware that we cannot guarantee the safety of the transporter until we can determine the cause of the original accident. I can send a shuttlecraft for Bataris, or you can send one of your own. The decision is yours.
I believe you would call this a conundrum. The longer we wait, the chances of finding your people and rescuing them diminish. The risk is ours, and we accept it. I am transmitting coordinates for Bataris now. Please bring him aboard at your convenience.
Acknowledged. Stand by. Chief.
I have the coordinates. Energizing. Stand by. Damn it!
Don't tell me.
How long ago did this happen?
Less than a day. He can't be more than 15.
There are two more over the hill. It looks like they were covering a retreat. There's a road up there with indications of a large group of people pulling heavy equipment. Maybe cannon.
I think this is a rifle, sir.
No. It's a smooth-bore musket. Manufactured by the British Empire in the 1760s.
A Brown Bess? I wasn't aware that you were an expert on ancient firearms.
I'm not. But my grandfather was. Taught Earth history at New Princeton. Had a whole collection of this stuff. Spent many of my summers with him as a kid.
But how is this possible, sir? I don't remember stepping through a time machine.
Neither do I. But something happened during transport.
Phasers down! Sir?
Phasers down. Unless you want to take a chance altering history. We surrender!
You hear me? We surrender!
Well now, what we got here?
Stragglers?
Cross-check verified, Commander. Right at the moment of buffer integrity.
Except this time we saw the hand in the cookie jar.
You what?
I adjusted the sensors on the pattern buffer in case it happened again.
Good idea.
Apparently.
And?
I'm not sure, but that red energy has every indication of chronometric activity. The last time it seemed to come out of nowhere.
I'm guessing your new sensor logs will tell a different story?
Volumes. I need to go over the data, but I've got a hunch that carrier wave is going to lead us back to the Solonized time device.
It doesn't make any sense. Why would they endanger one of their own people?
Maybe Bataris isn't in danger, and neither is Jack.
I hope you're right. I'll run this through the library computer.
Chief, try another scan of the chamber. Adjust for chronometric particles.
Aye.
Why did you attack us? We're not your enemy.
Saw you through the woods. Thought he was a redcoat. Those supposed to be uniforms.
Redcoat? You mean British? We're not British. Do you see any weapons?
I see one. I think it belonged to Billy.
We just found him a few minutes ago.
Uh-huh. Hey, what's she doing over there?
Doc, how is he?
He's losing a lot of blood.
Got him in the belly. He's a goner.
The hell he is. Captain, the bullet has done plenty of damage, but I can stabilize him. He won't last long in this cold.
We gotta get him in the shelter and light.
She's a doctor.
One of the best.
And you're a captain. Where is your regiment?
A long way off. We, got separated a few days ago. As a matter of fact, we're lost.
Come with us.
Either of you ever assisted in surgery before? Between the bullet, the boat ride, and the cold, I am not in the best of moods.
How is he, sir?
He'll make it. Don't worry.
Well, we're not going anywhere for a while.
But in case the need arises, I still have my phaser and communicator.
Yes, they didn't take any of our equipment. I guess we don't look threatening. These people look like Americans during the time of the Revolutionary War. The Sol and I have been studying Earth's history. I don't think we're here by accident.
I agree. They're new technology.
What doesn't make sense is why they would risk altering history. They should know the danger of bringing us here.
Unless this isn't real. Maybe they're testing us.
See if we can handle time travel? Well, the bullets are real enough. Let's assume for the time being that we are really here. What impact have we had on the timeline?
It's hard to tell without knowing more. I haven't noticed any persons of significance so far. Our guard's getting an eyeful of 23rd century medicine, but I don't think he understands a thing. He certainly made an impact on the camp when we were brought in here.
Yeah, but this timeline stuff can be messed up by just stepping on the wrong bug.
The longer we are here, the more potential damage. Let's get some rest while the good doctor does her work.
Any luck, sir?
I don't know about luck, but I'm about to try my hand at poker. Please hail the Solidai.
Careful, RT. You're a terrible bluffer.
On speaker, sir.
Are you making progress, Commander?
We are, but we have another problem.
I don't understand.
Katara's disappeared during transport.
Why didn't you contact us immediately? No, it is not your fault. I should have known he would try something like this.
Then this was not intentional?
Not on my part.
But Taurus?
He is the chief architect of the Proteus device and one of our greatest scientists. Apparently, he has overstepped his authority.
What exactly is going on, sir?
The Proteus device is capable of more than images and sounds. A doorway is open. But Taurus theorized that one could step through that doorway. We lack the raw materials to make this possible.
So he needed us.
Commander, I am most sincerely sorry that we have created this situation. We will need to investigate this and see if he left behind any indication of his plan.
May I? How did he know about our transporter?
The Proteus device allows us to observe any time and place. We have studied many civilizations, including those of Earth. In preparation for your arrival, we have researched each of you and your recent activities. I assume that Bataris found out where and when your transporter was invented and simply watched it from inception to construction.
But he couldn't build one.
No, he is more than capable of designing one, but Solon Prime does not have the raw materials needed to make the components. Because we do not interact with other spacefaring races, he would have no way of obtaining them. We also lack a compatible power source.
How is your device powered?
From Solon itself, we have used its gravity to induce nuclear fusion with the element solanite.
That explains the radiation. Can you give us more information on this fusion process?
Of course. I will set up an access portal to our databanks and let you know when it is ready. We must hurry. The doorway I spoke of is not stable. I will contact you shortly.
How is he, Doc?
Well, we'll have to avoid spicy food for a few weeks, but he'll live. That is, if we can get him back to the ship before too long. This isn't a very sanitary environment, and he's still in danger of infection.
I'll see what I can do. Oh my God.
What are they doing here?
My apologies, Excellency. Colonel Glover did not know where else to put them. He thought it wiser to keep them separate from...
Fine. I suppose it was too much to ask for a moment's peace. You speak English?
I do, sir.
Not the King's English. I can't say I like your tailor. He's alive?
For the time being.
My compliments. Forgive me, I must sit down before I fall down.
By all means.
That's better. Now then, who are you? I expected that a few Europeans might take an interest in our little insurrection, but I must say I'm at a loss as to where you might be from.
Fernistan, mon général. It's a smaller kingdom near Russia. Russia.
I see. And you are?
Captain Carter, a Cartier. May I present Corporal Prescott and my physician, Dr. Holly. May I say what an honor it is to meet you?
I cannot think why. General Howe does not think our army worth pursuing. I must say I agree with him.
Sir.
It is common knowledge, James. Besides, I don't plan to allow our European guests to go traipsing about the countryside anytime soon. That is, until I see a letter of introduction from their king.
I'm afraid we got separated from our group a few days ago. I don't even know where we are.
We found them on the other bank of the river, Excellency, where we had skirmished last week.
Then, welcome to Pennsylvania, Captain. I am sorry about the misunderstanding with your man. Your physician does good work. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have what's left of an army to attend to. See that our guests are fed.
Yes, sir.
General, may we speak again later?
Certainly. This is the warmest room for miles.
Well, I would call that a person of significance.
Well, now we know where we are.
Commander, the Council's hailing us.
Thank you, Ensign. On screen.
Commander, I have good news. We know what happened to your people and our missing scientist.
Are they all right?
We will know soon. Vitaris took a device with him that will allow us to bring them all back. I have much information to share with you. Can you come down here so we may discuss the situation? I understand your concerns, but we have powered down our device so it will not interfere with your transport.
Stand by.
You can't actually be considering going down there.
Well, the background radiation has almost disappeared. I'm guessing the residuals from the gas giant.
You're guessing? RT, they've tricked us twice already.
Look, Mike, this is a diplomatic mission. They've admitted their complicity in this thing, and they may have a way to bring back the captain. My gut feeling tells me they're trying to help. Ensign.
Aye, sir.
What if it isn't their device, but the radiation from Solon?
Then I trust that you and Chief Galway can see me through this, Mr. Smithfield.
On screen, sir.
Commander, I've once again transmitted our coordinates. I promise there will be no interference.
If my chief engineer will allow it, I'll join you in your council chamber shortly. Farragut out.
Coordinates received. Sir?
Well, I guess I'm in the catbird seat now.
At ease, Ensign. Condition amber.
Aye, sir. Anybody get the idea of that transport?
Now you just close your eyes and get some natural sleep here.
Aye.
Condition amber. Basically, the situation isn't under control, but there's nothing he can do about it.
That about covers it.
Speaking of our situation, sir, where in Pennsylvania do you believe we are?
You mean when? The General's aide mentioned a skirmish on the other side of the river.
And the General stated that General Howe wasn't pursuing.
I think it's early in the war. As I remember, the Colonials didn't get off to a very good start. There's something about the river that plays a major event in history.
General, sir!
I trust you slept well, Captain?
We slept very well, thank you, sir. And you?
I don't have that particular luxury right now. Soon enough.
May I ask you a few questions?
If you came to observe the Continental Army, I'm afraid you may have traveled a great distance for nothing. There won't be any army in a few weeks.
But, General, you said the British weren't advancing.
They don't have to move a muscle. Most of these boys joined the Army after the success in Boston. Now, the thrill is worn off. And they are cold, beaten, and tired. At the end of the month, their enlistments will run out, and they will simply pack up and go home. I wish that I could do the same.
But your cause, independence.
We actually thought that we could defeat a trained European army. These boys had enthusiasm. I'll give them that. And we can certainly outrun them in our own backyard. But it is another thing when every day brings a new disaster. We thought we had outrun them and could regroup. And then, strange people start showing up.
I realize that we appear strange, but please don't think that we're here to interfere in any way.
Tell that to the devil, Captain. He'll be joining us shortly.
The devil?
The Jersey Devil. I saw him with my own eyes. Excellency, must we bring him in here?
He's not the only one who's scared out of his wits, Captain. Half my army spent the night on their knees praying. They say he appeared in a plume of fire. What next?
Capitaine?
Excuse me, sir. Yes, Doctor, what is it?
Did he say devil?
The Jersey Devil. New Jersey. I remember. The Delaware.
Pardon me, sir, but I remember the Alamo. So what?
The Delaware River. The crossing of the Delaware River and the surprise attack on Trenton.
It turns everything around.
My folks never helped with my history homework, so I'm a little vague on this. I do remember the painting, though.
On Christmas night in,
1776.
Right. A few months after the Declaration of Independence, the Army had lost several battles and was barely hanging on. Washington decided to try a surprise attack on a group of German mercenaries.
Hessians. I'm impressed, mon capitaine.
I assume they were or will be successful?
They took the battalion to Trenton with only a few minor casualties. With a much-needed victory and fresh supplies, it galvanized the revolutionary cause. Re-enlistment surged, and they continued fighting for another 5 years.
All because that man, standing by the fire, came up with a brilliant plan and was able to convince his commanders and generals to take a leap of faith.
That man standing by the fire is beaten, sir. And it looks like our untimely arrival was the last straw.
Tackett to Farragut.
Commander Tackett, thank you for coming.
This is Farragut. Go ahead, sir.
Transport without incident. Tackett out.
I have studied your Earth all my adult life, and have always marveled at your ability to put personal risk aside. You are giving me the benefit of the doubt?
I didn't have much choice. You said something about a way to get him back?
Yes. Bataris took a tracking device with him, and left behind detailed instructions on how to retrieve them all. With a copy for you. Apparently, he had all this planned out some time ago.
How did he? Never mind. I thought as much. This rescue plan depends on our transporters.
It does. We have analyzed the system requirements and verified his calculations. I can tell you that it will be a strain on our power grid as well as your ship to bring them all back at once. But it is possible.
We'll have to tie into the device. A trans-dimensional lock?
We must coordinate with his tracking device just before activating the transporter beam to verify their location on 7 different access points. We have noticed variations in the time stream.
7 access points? But our time theory only addresses 6.
There is more you should know.
The variance is down to 0.62.
I don't care if it's half that. I want 100%.
Sir, Commander Tackett on Channel 1.
Go ahead, RT.
I'm uploading the rescue plan to the ship's computer. I think it'll work, but you're not going to like it.
Why not?
Because it involves a direct tie-in between the ship's power and the solenoid converter down here.
Great.
Take a look at that flux ratio. And I've never heard of chronometric feedback.
This is too unstable, RT. It could blow out half the systems on the ship.
You have a better idea, Mike? Alandar says we don't have much time.
Hell. Gates, get a team to start on additional shielding to the auxiliary conduits.
Yes, ma'am.
Helm, increase our orbit to 40,000 kilometers.
Aye.
All right, Commander. We can be ready in 30 minutes.
Here he is, General. In the flesh.
Well, well, Lord Beelzebub. How should I address you, sir?
This is all a big misunderstanding.
For God's sake, let him sit. Can't you see he's ill?
By all means. Let it not be said that the Continental Army is an ungracious host. We will have a supply of brimstone sent over immediately.
But, sir, we don't have any.
General Sullivan carries a supply with his hardtack. He should be here any moment. Let us go and see if we can spare some for our biblical guest.
Why do you think he's the devil?
I've seen plenty in my life, but never what I saw last night. Appeared out of nothing, he did. Surrounded by fire.
It's a sign from God.
Or someone.
Did he say anything?
Tried to tell us he was from Congress. Colonel Glover's always said the devil was representing the 14th colony.
Your soul and I.
Yes, Captain. I'm very relieved to see you.
Don't know what is normal for a Solonai, but he shows every sign of heat exhaustion.
My environmental compensator was taken when I was attacked. I think it was damaged.
What happened?
My arrival coordinates were supposed to be secluded. No one should have seen me. Instead, I think I gave these people quite a shock. Their assault was triggered by their fear. I don't blame them.
Did you bring us here?
I've got to bring down his body temperature. I'm going to risk this.
Thank you, Dr. Howley. That helped.
Who are you?
I am Bataris, in charge of applied science and chief architect of the device. I followed you here to provide a means of return. Unfortunately, my tracking device was taken as well. We must get it back.
Who took it?
The intrepid group standing at the door. What is your impression of what you've seen so far, Captain?
My impression? I don't understand.
I know of your appreciation for this period in Earth's history. I knew Alandar would not approve, so I took matters into my own hands.
Explain.
We have studied many cultures and governments in this sector, and found your Federation to be the only one capable of working with our time technology. Your Memory Alpha is the first step in becoming historically cognizant.
So you put on a show just for us?
In a manner of speaking. Solon Prime does not have much left in the way of resources. The time technology and our knowledge of history are valuable commodities that can be traded for raw materials. We determined that you could work with our technology responsibly and safely.
But time travel isn't safe. No one knows how to avoid altering the past. Our own experience here proves that.
It isn't as bad as you think. Besides, we were only going to trade the technology that allows the observance of past events, not time travel itself. When I researched your transporter technology, I couldn't resist the opportunity to go one step further.
But why? Why risk it? With all the centuries that Sol and I have studied history, you of all people should know the potential danger of actual time travel.
Do you have any idea how frustrating it is just to watch? To observe momentous decisions being made without being able to ask questions of the parties involved, to find out what they were thinking, to only guess at the reasons?
So, how long have you been in the field?
I was at Breed's Hill. Grew up nearby in Marblehead. Joined up with Glover's men right after.
Breed's Hill?
That was a fight, I tell you. A few weeks before General Washington took command. Just sort of happened.
What was it like?
General Howe's boys. Can say what you want about them. Damn brave, though. Damn near as brave as Smallwood's Marylanders or Colonel Hazlitt's boys out in front of Brooklyn Heights. Could use more units like them. But this time, we had them lobsterbacks dead to rats. We had the high ground. Had a clear line of fire. Turned them back 2, 3 times. Some damn fool stopped sending up powder. I had 3 rounds left. I loaded 1. Gave the others to the boys on either side of me. They was out. Then Howe's boys came back up the hill. No more volley fire. The commander's walking up behind us, telling us, "Hold your fire. Wait until you see the whites of their eyes." Well, we held and held. Just before they broke into a charge, we let them have it. You couldn't miss. But they kept coming, with revenge in their eyes and those damnable bayonets.
What happened?
No more powder. We ran. I never again saw them 2 fellows I lent my ammo to.
Some called it a defeat. I wish Providence would grant me such defeats.
But to interact with history is to change it. You didn't think you could get around that, did you?
I recently discovered that there are many histories, Captain Carter.
First Officer's Log, Stardate 4847.6. With the help of the Solani, we are ready to attempt retrieval of the landing party and the scientist Bataras. I am officially noting Chief Engineer Smithfield's objections to linking the Farragut's transporter system to the Protellus device. She is understandably concerned about the unstable nature of the device and its power source. I am also concerned, but do not see any alternative.
Acknowledged, Commander. We're ready here.
Stand by. The power link has been activated and is holding steady, Alandar.
Excellent. Send the signal.
What's wrong, man?
It moved. I felt it.
What moved? The bag?
The devil's music box. That thing shook like a bee's nest.
Oh no.
What is it?
Our means of escape from this place.
Rich! You okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
What is the status of the device?
Checking. Tag it to Farragut.
One moment, sir. I have the commander, ma'am.
Oh, I can't wait to talk to him. Just a sec. Try her now, Helm.
Still nothing. Wait. That's doing it. She's holding.
Now that we've stabilized our orbit, what can I do for you, Commander?
How bad is it?
We're still getting damage reports. Auxiliary power kept the warp core going, but some kind of massive feedback blew most of the other systems.
You're upset.
You're damn right I am. Worst thing is, it was for nothing. The only thing we beamed back was a fried piece of equipment.
The tracking device. If it was damaged, it could have caused the chronometric feedback.
We'll have to try again.
That's not possible. The tracking device was the only way to lock onto them.
Can we repair it and send it back?
There's no time. The device has been severely damaged. The transdimensional doorway will only remain open in this area of space-time for another hour at the most. We have no way of knowing when or where it can be accessed again.
The 7th access point. Now I understand. How soon can you bring me up?
I don't know yet. Do you want me to make the transporter repair a priority?
Yes. We may have another option. Call me when you have a repair estimate. Tack it out.
What do you have in mind, Commander?
Please show me your solenoid converter.
So that's it? We're here to stay?
I'm afraid so, Captain. This was not part of my plan.
As a scientist myself, I have found that things in the field are very different than in the lab.
But I had it all worked out for over a year. I was supposed to arrive moments after you did, with no one close by, so I could explain everything to you and show you firsthand how important this is for research.
What's wrong?
His physiology is incompatible with this environment, Captain. I can make him more comfortable, but every microbe in this room is assaulting his respiratory system.
Without my environmental compensator, I will not survive. I know, Doctor. There's nothing you can do.
You said it was damaged. Can it be repaired if we can find it?
It was housed in the tracking device, Mr. Prescott. Not very wise on my part.
Captain, if we can't get back, what do we do?
Well, there's plenty of wilderness. I suppose we could take a long walk and just stay out of everyone's way.
But what about the damage already done? I don't think we'll be leaving these people in the same condition we found them.
If we can convince them that Batars isn't the Jersey Devil, that might help morale.
Well, this devil won't live long. I suppose I could come up with some disease that would explain his red skin, but we can't let him get injured or cut. Bright orange blood won't look very good.
It was his arrival that frightened them. How could we explain the red energy?
There's a river nearby. What about swamp gas?
You're kidding, right?
Actually, it's not out of the question, sir.
Go ahead, Hayes.
If we could collect some river water,
We could use Doc Holly's med kit to extract enough hydrogen for a decent flare. With some cadmium that we can extract from some of the local rocks, we could give it a red color. They may not know it isn't swamp gas, but seeing is believing. Sir?
Looks like we got a plan.
What about the surprise attack?
One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Got it, sir. We can transmit as soon as the link is established.
Good. Mike, what's your status?
Almost ready.
How soon?
As soon as We have to restore shielding to the auxiliary systems before we can link up again. It saved our butts the last time, and I won't risk another...
You're right, Mike. Standing by.
How can you be sure this will work, Commander? You haven't had much time to analyze the Protellus device, or our power converter.
They're completely new to me, Alandar, but they operate on recognizable principles. The device interacts directly with the space-time continuum. Our warp drive and subspace radio do the same. Normally, we only use 6 access points in our equations.
The 7th is created when the doorway is opened. Because it is outside our universe, its properties are constantly changing. The Protellus device predicts those changes, based upon its last set of quantum variables. But the device is no longer functioning.
Its memory circuits are still intact. I've accessed the quantum subroutines and... Excuse me. Tackett here.
We're ready. The library computer has control of the target coordinates.
Good. Let's go ahead and test it. Transmit the signal.
I must speak with General Washington.
He'll be coming soon enough.
It's urgent. Send someone now. Look at him. Can't you see he's dying?
It's a trick.
He's ill. He's not from this part of the world.
I'd say so.
And is a member of our delegation. Do you really want to be responsible for an international incident?
Runner! Fetch the general.
Yes, sir.
You gonna get that?
What?
Your tricorder.
Didn't know it could do that. Sorry, Doctor. If it doesn't set the stunner kill, I haven't memorized the instruction manual. Captain.
What is it?
A signal from Commander Tackett.
I'll be damned. RT, you just earned your pay for the week.
Sir!
The general will see you now. Come with me.
Start working on this. I'll be back as soon as I can. Be ready with the red flame.
As soon as I had the rocks, it will just take a few minutes, sir.
General, may I speak with you?
Captain, come with me. I need to get out of camp for a while.
Good. There's something I want to show you. Can we go by the river?
Ma'am? I'm getting something on the carrier wave.
Thank God, they're alive.
It's out of sync or something. I may be able to compensate.
That helps. I can see it now. Mr. Akiva, notify the commander that we have a signal from the landing party.
Aye, aye.
Whatever you're doing, can you do it when we try the transporter?
Sure.
Good. Their lives and ours may depend on it.
These are similar to the stones we have in Afghanistan. I've seen the red flame many times when the weather conditions are just right.
I'm not a man of science myself, Captain. Just a simple farmer. However, I can believe in exploding gas more readily than a fallen angel. Can you make it happen now?
Not in this light. And there will need to be more moisture in the air. If I were able to demonstrate this in front of some of your men, do you think they would stop worrying about the devil?
Perhaps. But it would take an awful lot more to get them to stop worrying about the British.
Is that Trenton?
Just a farmhouse, I think. Trenton is further downriver.
I wish it were closer. Your hospitality has been most kind after the misunderstanding with Caleb and his scouts. But I could sure use a comfortable hotel with a well-stocked saloon.
Saloon?
A tavern.
The town has been the unfortunate host of over 1,000 Hessian soldiers. I expect that they have depleted most of Trenton's saloons.
We passed by there a few days ago. I heard there weren't as many as 1,000. Besides, won't they keep a reserve for their Christmas celebrations?
Christmas? That won't be for another... Is it that late in December? I haven't written Congress for supplies or money in so long. I seem to have lost track of the date.
Supplies? I heard that German soldiers were handing out extra blankets.
Are you coming, Captain? Or do I have to send Caleb and his men after you again?
I'm right behind you, sir.
Captain?
Batars?
He died just after you left. They moved him out here. I wouldn't be surprised if they planned to burn the body.
You did your best, Doc. When will RT try to bring us back?
He can't give us an exact time. Something about time distortion. He'll signal right before activating.
Were you able to collect enough hydrogen?
Yes, sir. It's compressed in this. Did you find the rocks?
How long to extract the cadmium?
Just a few minutes, sir. We'll need something to trigger a spark.
Got it covered.
I heard he had died. I wanted to see it for myself.
All of God's creatures have a limited lifespan, young man, and are deserving of respect.
Amen. The general is meeting with his commanders. He told me to tell you to go ahead with your demonstration.
The atmospheric conditions are almost right. We must also leave. Our ship will soon sail, and we want to go home.
The general has decided that you will not betray us to the British. He is usually a good judge of character. You are free to leave.
Mr. Hayes?
I am confused. Your army allows servants to wear uniforms?
I am a soldier and an officer, not a servant. Where I come from, that is not unusual.
My apologies.
Let's do this. Time is of the essence. Gentlemen! Your Jersey Devil is dead. I submit to you, he was not the devil at all, but a man. A man from another land that died of a fever. Now I realize he gave you quite a start when you saw him, and I can understand why you thought it was a supernatural event. But I can prove that what you saw
was a result of a very natural series of coincidences.
I caught most of that, but you're gonna have to speak a little plainer for my men here.
He appeared out of nowhere from the depths of hell.
I saw the flame.
What you saw was this. Mr. Hayes?
See that patch of fog up there?
No.
I don't see anything. Wait.
I think I see it. Yeah, I see it. Barely.
It's gas. Like what you see over a cow field on a summer night. In my country, there are magicians that perform tricks for entertainment. They use this gas to fool people into believing they can appear or disappear.
How? By igniting the gas with a spark from a special rock, like this.
This man must have been walking in the gas without knowing it, and stepped on some of those rocks, causing a spark. He was as surprised as you were.
Here, you try it. You see that patch of gas over there?
No. Where?
Over there. See it? Next to that stump.
I see the stump over there.
Good work. You two should take your act on the road.
Sir, signal for Commander Tackett. 10 seconds to transport.
Perfect timing.
It's all right, sir. It was all just a trick.
I know. I saw them leave.
Should we follow him?
No. Let's put all this behind us and deal with the matter at hand. Report to Colonel Glover. He will put your boating skills to good use.
Yes, sir.
Captain, it's good to see you.
Thanks for bringing us back, Mike. I look forward to hearing how you did it, but later. Send me back down.
Me too.
The body as well?
Yes.
Jack!
We're all one piece. Thanks to you, RT.
Not all, apparently.
No, sir. Not all. His environmental compensator was damaged.
He paid a terrible price for his actions. Captain, I apologize sincerely for what has happened. It was not our intention to put you through this ordeal.
The rest of us are all right now. But I think we left behind an awful lot of questions.
What has changed?
Yes. What's different? Everything looked normal when we got back on the ship.
We were only there for a moment.
Nothing's changed from my perspective. You two are just as I remember. Could use a shower, though.
Nothing has changed, Captain.
How is that possible? We caused quite a disturbance back there. And Washington saw...
Washington? Washington? The Washington?
Yes. The Washington. He was amazing and tall. But he saw us leave.
He saw us transport out?
Probably more. I'm not sure. But what he did see had to have changed him. Changed history.
Not our history.
What do you mean? Attar said something similar.
The Protellus device allows us to observe events from the past and future through a dimensional doorway. A window into another universe. To look backward into our own universe would be impossible because disruption of even the tiniest particle would change our time continuum and nullify the present.
Instead, another present is created in another universe.
Another universe? A parallel universe?
Not parallel, Captain. I think the word alternate is more accurate. So you see, you could have done whatever you liked and not changed a thing here.
Who do you think you are?
Captain?
What gives you the right to interfere?
But there is no interference in our universe.
But what about theirs? It's different now. Changed. You've taken away their future and sent them down a different path. Even if we were able to get away with minimal impact, they're still thinking differently. They have memories of people that don't belong there.
Who's to say you weren't supposed to be there? Your journey is now part of our history.
Our most important law is non-interference.
Yes, your prime directive.
It is the only way we can explore the galaxy without damaging what we seek. Other cultures that will naturally become what they are capable of.
Only those that have reached a level of interstellar travel and communication are contacted by the Federation.
Your device cannot be used. Not by us. It shouldn't be used by your people either. What if another Bataris comes along and wants to do more than just ask questions?
But it is only a tool for research.
Your research can cause great harm to any and all cultures you observe. The Federation may consider that a threat.
A threat? You would attack us? But we are a peaceful people.
Those aren't my orders, but that could change.
I assure you, Captain, the device will not be repaired. We will consider the ramifications of our research.
Thank you, Andar. We would be glad to foster a new friendship with the Solanaut. Perhaps in time, the Federation will be willing to help Solon Prime with raw materials. Bataris, explain your situation.
Thank you, Captain. We have not misjudged you.
Car to Farragut. Beam us up.
All right, son. You're fit as a fiddle. No sign of infection.
I'd like to report for duty, sir.
You've earned a few days of leave, Michaels.
We all could use some R&R. Helm.
Aye, sir.
Set a course for Argelius. Warp Factor 3.
Aye, sir.
Argelius? Really?
Gentlemen, I knew this little place in the southern part of the city.
I don't drink.
Too bad. It might soften the blow.
Of what?
My damage report.
The price of a successful rescue. Okay, first round's on me.
Save your credits, RT. I'm sending you the repair bill. You don't drink?
No, but I do eat. How's the food there, Captain?
You like spicy?
You know, you're the one who pushed the button.
So?
You're paying half.
Past,
It is in the past, and yet my thoughts keep wandering back to those strange days before the attack on Trenton. We took the Hessians without a single death on our side of the battle, and then another success a week later at Princeton. Until the strangers arrived, I had not been a religious man, nor had I ever kept a journal. But no one else saw the way they left, and the new victories quickly buried the memory of their short stay. The tale of the Jersey Devil is fading into legend. Now the battles are over and we have our independence. Debates rage on new and old methods of government. A new nation has sprung forth on this world, and yet I cannot help but wonder if we weren't meant for something greater.
in association with NeoFX, visualizing the digital universe.